something shocking just happened in the world of K-pop rankings. At first glance, it looked like a normal update, just another chart release. But hidden inside the numbers was a story of loyalty, resilience, and a surprise twist that no one could have predicted. Every month, the Korea Enterprise Reputation Research Institute analyzes millions of data points, conversations on social media, articles, comments, and fan activities. For September 2025, they looked at over 64 million pieces of data to measure which boy groups are truly leaving the biggest impact on the world. And the results? They stunned everyone. At the very top, as if destiny itself refuses to move them, stands BTS. Once again, they have claimed first place. Their brand reputation index climbed to nearly 8.93 million. But this isn't just a number. It's proof of how deeply their name is etched into hearts everywhere. Every song, every performance, every simple gesture continues to ripple through millions of people. And when researchers dug deeper into the data, the results spoke volumes. The words most connected to BTS this month were record, breakthrough, and donate. Think about that for a moment. This isn't only about music. It's about history-making achievements, about pushing limits, and about generosity. Their positivity ratio? An unbelievable 92.46%. That means when people talk about BTS, almost all of it is filled with admiration, respect, and love. But the story doesn't end there. Just behind them, in second place, stands 17. With 13 members, each with their own charm and talent, they've built a fortress of loyalty with their fans. Their brand reputation index reached almost 5 million this month. Yes, it's a slight drop from August, but even in decline, their strength is undeniable. Their community index, how deeply fans engage with them, remains one of the strongest. And that shows something powerful. 17 is not just a group. They're a family that continues to pull millions of people closer with every comeback, every stage, every heartfelt interaction. And then, something completely unexpected happened. Out of nowhere, Stray Kids erupted. In August, their brand reputation was just 1.6 million. Respectable, but far behind the leaders. But in September, their number nearly doubled to over 3.3 million. That's a shocking 97.64% increase. In just 1 month, Stray Kids went from solid contenders to a group impossible to ignore. Their media presence exploded, their participation index soared, and their name was suddenly everywhere. This wasn't just growth, it was an explosion, a signal that Stray Kids are stepping into a new era where they're not just chasing the leaders, they're becoming leaders themselves. And right behind them, in fourth place, SHINee continues to shine. With decades of history and iconic performances, they scored just over 3 million. Even with a small dip from last month, their reputation still glows, showing how timeless their artistry truly is. In fifth, the legends of Big Bang prove once again that legacy never fades. Even after years, their brand reputation sits strong at over 2.5 million. G-Dragon, Taeyang, Daesung. Their names carry weight that transcends time. It's proof that pioneers of K-pop never truly leave the stage. They remain forever imprinted on the culture. But what makes this ranking fascinating isn't just the order, it's the bigger picture. Compared to last month, the overall boy group brand category actually shrank by 1.74%. In other words, general interest in boy groups went down. Yet in that decline, BTS grew stronger. Stray Kids surged like a rocket, and 17 stood firm despite the dip. These groups aren't just surviving changes in trends, they're defining them. When you zoom in even more, you see the details that make BTS's dominance almost unbelievable. While many groups saw decreases in brand consumption, BTS's actually rose by nearly 5%. They didn't just maintain their presence, they expanded it. Even as the industry shifted, BTS set new standards. Every tiny action from them, whether it's a YouTube upload, a charity act, or a casual appearance, creates waves across the globe. So what do these numbers really tell us? That September 2025 is more than just another ranking. It's a story of unshakable legends, of loyal fan bases, and of unexpected risers who are ready to carve their names into history. BTS at number 1 is proof of a legacy that refuses to fade. 17 at number 2 shows stability built on loyalty and love. And Stray Kids at number 3 prove that the future is wide open, and the next big explosion might already be here. This month's ranking isn't just about data. It's about dreams, passion, and the unbreakable bond between artists and fans. And that's why these results shook everyone. Because they're not just numbers. They're a mirror of how much these groups mean to us, right now, in this exact moment.